Well, hello everybody. 3.8 has come out, so as promised, I am recording a little bit to see how 3.8 is panning out. We are currently in Area 18. Couple things to keep in mind to be fair as possible to the game is since my last video, I have upgraded to a nicer monitor. As such, the resolution is a lot more demanding. So I do realize that my FPS is not going to be as good here. I'm now doing 3440 by 1440 as opposed to 2560 by 1080 like I was doing before. Overall, though, the improvements that I'm looking to see in Star Citizen, pretty triumphant music for coming out of an elevator. See, the improvements that I'm looking to see are more so related to stability. We've got first time any kind of SSOX implementation. So we should see AI behaving more normal, which I don't know if this guy is supposed to be standing on that. But, I mean, at least people are moving. And they're supposed to, like, interact with you a little bit, like, look at you, okay. So frames are choppy, but, I mean, we are at least seeing that the AI is acting better. We should also see some improvement, I understand, in mission stability, which is the big thing that I criticized last time. So I would be very happy to have a improvement in that regard. I'm trying to remember how I get out of this place. Admin office. That's not where I want to go. I don't think it's over that way. I think that's where you go. City Flight Transit. Okay. Here we go. Let's see, where was I? Oh, yeah. So I'm expecting that missions should also be more stable. Oh, please stay. Please stay. Whew, that was close. We made it. Okay. I'm also hoping that once we get away from a highly populated area like Area 18 is supposed to be with all the stuff that they have running, I'm hoping that frames do improve to a point where they're at least playable, because 24 right now is not a very good experience. It's making me a little motion sick. And from the stretch goals, or whatever you want to call it, I understand that their goal is to have a solid 60 FPS across the majority of platforms. I'm hoping when they say that they are including us ultra wide players on 3440 by 1440. If this game is never able to be 60 FPS on a platform like that I feel like that would be a huge disservice to the potential that this game has, because it's such a great cinematic experience when it does work well. Okay. I'd like to leave now. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, it's making me nervous there. Riker Memorial Spaceport. Here we go. All right. What should we fly? I think I mean, you got to go with the Cutlass, right? Such a great ship. Hangar 3. All right. I think the best change that they've made to elevators is making it so that all of the elevator cars can go to any hangar. At least that's how it was in the previous patch, and I imagine that they'll keep it that way. It was very frustrating to get on an elevator and then realize that you had gotten onto the wrong one. Feels like the further we're getting from Area 18, FPS is improving, right? I mean, here we're at least above 30, which is an improvement from before. Alright, where's the flight ready button? Wait, wasn't there a hotkey? Wasn't it like R? Yes! Oh, we're still in VTOL mode, aren't we? Yeah, now we're going faster. There we go. Let's see, wasn't it V? No, it wasn't V. It was C, wasn't it? Cruise control. C for cruise control. Is it a little loud or is it just me? Okay. Okay, let's take a look-see here. We're well above the planet now. Looks like they've added a bit more color to it. A bit more lights and doodads. It's nice. Let's see. We need a mission. So let's see what is available. Lydia. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and what is my current balance is 0. How is that possible? I just logged in. So better be careful. But I think we're gonna take this. So leverage mineral reserve. Okay, cool. So if you watched my video last time, you know that we had quite a few issues with missions last time. And it looks like we are able to do this from much lower in the atmosphere, which I do love. Okay, pretty solid frame drop there for a second. I feel like they raised the Drake's monitors in my viewport a bit. It feels like it's quite a bit more obstructive, I want to say. It did have me at the wrong resolution. That may be part. Let's try that. And oh wow, that is a huge improvement. It didn't move the monitors at all, but I do love the resolution increase. That is quite nice. Not a huge drop in performance, which, I mean, really, everything client side should be manageable, right? We're essentially looking for the server performance to improve, and that is what's really holding back the client side experience. So we really shouldn't see any major drop in performance from changing resolution, is my understanding. As far as what we want to accomplish in this video, I basically want to see if I can do one mission, and we're going to call it good after that. So we'll do this cargo mission, and if it's successful, we'll be happy. If it's not, then, well, obviously game still has a long way to go. While we're going down through the atmosphere, I did have a little bit of a change of heart. Not a huge one, but I'm at least thinking a little more mercifully for the developers right now. It was actually a video by a morphologist. I'm sure a lot of you guys watch his videos. He did one talking about Star Citizen funding and how they're spending it, how they've managed their time. And basically what he did is he made a comparison between this game and something from like a big studio like Grand Theft Auto 5, which Grand Theft Auto already had a much larger starting budget and took a similar length of time to actually come up with a game. But here we're talking about something exponentially bigger in scope. So taking that into consideration, I'm at least a little more willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. And we can see that this approach looks pretty nice. I'm not seeing a lot of popping. I don't see the base yet, but it should still be rather small. But the environment looks very smooth as we approach. I really haven't noticed too much environmental popping, which that used to happen quite a bit more. And I need to really slow down here. It's a little hard to see the text right now. I'm at 3,000 meters. Where's the space? Okay, there's a little bit of a pop in there. You can see some fine details kind of popping in, but it is clearly significantly improved compared to what it used to be. Pop into VTOL mode here. Oh, a little texture gap there. This is probably, some people are probably looking at my screen like, why are you nosediving into the planet? But I've explained it to you guys before. I am not... Nah. Has that been open the whole time? It wasn't open the whole time. I must have fat thumbed the button or something. I did not fly all the way here with my gate open. I must have just recently tapped that button. Oh. Helps with landing gears down, doesn't it? Okay, come on. I know. Worst landing ever. Why am I not... Whew. Okay, let's... Come on. Am I hitting something? Oh, I totally am. Well, they got those collision physics down pretty good. Now, get out of that. Jeez. Okay, let's try this again. Mercy me. Okay. Let's see, I don't want to power off. I just want to get out of my seat, go get the package, and get back in. So this should be a quick stop. I have no credits, so I don't want to stay here very long because I have no weapons. And where is the darn close button for this? Oh, there's the new weather effects. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's really close, isn't it? I do hope they fix this bug where I spawn without credits, because it would be very bad to go to a hostile planet like this and not be able to afford any gear to protect yourself. The weather effects do look very nice, though. I'm just glad that I don't have to deal with the effects right now with no power suit or anything. Ooh, that's cool looking crystal stuff. Okay, got that. I can't seem to find the button that closes all the doors out there, so I'll do it in here. Open exterior, close exterior. Did that fix it? Yes, it did. Nice. Okay. Oh, that just feels so good. The way this ship flies. The weather effects, I think, give a lot more ambiance to flying through the atmosphere. See, in there, all the snow has disappeared, and just look at how the Arctic colors here shine on this Drake. Kind of feel like I'm flying a snow leopard or something. Watching those engine nacelles they look really good. I don't know that they've done anything specifically to improve the look in this version. Maybe it's just the way that the lighting is working right now that I'm seeing it well for the first time, but it really feels like a powerful engine. I like that. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I probably need to set my course. You had to go to Hurston, right? And it felt like pretty usable frame rates on the planet. Like, it was smooth enough. It's smooth as I've at least experienced before in Star Citizen so far. I didn't do anything stupid like leave the landing struts down, did I? Okay, good. Tell you what, though, I am digging the finer resolution of this. Like, I can actually see these little particle effects coming off, and those were really negligible in the previous version that I played on because I was using such a smaller resolution. Like, those little particles look great. Maybe that's the big key. Maybe that's why it feels like I'm seeing things visually for the first time, is it's just the new monitor. And supposedly they've also improved the speed of quantum traveling, which I think is great. I think we need to keep moving in that direction. That was another one of the big criticisms I levied last time I played this game, is you spend most of the time just staring at paint streaks like we're doing now, but it's clearly going much faster. And I was thinking of possible solutions so that it's not just negative criticism, but also trying to be a little constructive. I think a lot of the time issues with Star System could be resolved by making quantum drive speeds an exponential curve rather than reaching a set constant per ship. And the reason why I feel like that would make such a big difference is, as it currently stands, you like let's say it's 100,000 meters per second. You reach 100,000 meters per second, and that is the top speed you're ever going to get in quantum travel. As distances get bigger, and they're going to get exponentially bigger as the ship gets more fleshed out, that is going to feel so long. Whereas if your initial starting speed for quantum travel was 100,000, but then by the time we reach a place like Hurston, if it would then be at like 200,000 by the time you got there, yes, it would make the short jumps between planetary systems a lot shorter, but it doesn't take out the time investment that they're trying to maintain. See, because they don't want to make it so that time is worthless. They want you to have to make decisions with your time, and I understand that. But if the speed were exponential such that it would keep increasing the longer you spend in quantum travel, your time would still mean something, but you wouldn't be wasting time on, and let's be honest, time lost in video games is not the most productive time unless you're, actually making money, which I am not on this channel so far. But I think that would be a fair compromise. And I need to get going much slower. Please slow down. Oh, what was the button for that? Isn't it like X? Yes, it's X is the speed throttle. This looks great though, doesn't it? This little landing zone. I don't even know if this is anything different. It might have been existing in the previous version, but like I said, I feel like I'm looking at things visually for the first time ever. It looks great. Okay, let's pull up the comms. Let's get a landing. Where is it? It's over here, right? A little wrench icon. Okay, and I'm a noob, so I just do the auto land. Pick that up. Okay, let's go make some money. See, this has to be new, right? That just looks really good. The art assets are probably the strongest point going for this game right now. They just look incredible. All the artists that worked on this game should definitely feel proud of themselves. They really have done a great job, I feel like. I just love the aesthetic that they have managed to make with this game. Drop off the package. Okay, this is moment of truth, guys. If server-side object container streaming works better, we should have no problem getting our money. Okay, there we go. 6,000 Alpha UEC there, right there. I want to take a bit of a look around this place. This definitely feels like more of a professional environment. Like I could see this being a nice rest stop that would actually exist. If you catch my meaning. Okay, he's at least blinking. They don't know how to use chairs. This guy is still stuck. They're at least looking at me as I'm walking by, somewhat. This guy, he's contemplating his life decisions right now. This guy, what is he doing? Woof. He is stair mastering that, right? I almost wonder if I can push him a little bit. Like maybe give him some help. See, they need to learn from this guy. This guy clearly knows how to sit. Guys, look at him. Do what he's doing. Nice sunglasses, dude. You doing the Tour de France? It's kind of like what I envisioned Diglett would look like. You know, just kind of popping out of the ground. Yeah, people leaning against railings. Is that something I can do? Can I lean against this railing? So I think this is probably a good wrapping up point. I think we've seen what we need to see. I feel like the game is running better. Like there's no mistaking that. It is running better. It's clearly not running perfectly, and it clearly has a long way to go for, you know, we could say that it's even running well, but it's getting there. It's definitely progress has been made. Server-side object container streaming should open up the pathway to a lot of stuff that will make the experience much more enjoyable overall. Getting the AI working correctly will be a huge improvement. I mean, we won't see any more human Digletts like this. The mission did work, which last time it did work sometimes as well. My hope is that the missions will be more consistent with server-side object container streaming in place. Admittedly, I am not going to be much help in figuring that out. And like I said, I'll be doing one video per major release, and that's really as much as I can afford to invest in this game right now. But overall, I'd say my perception has improved. I understand what they're going through a little better now. I'm not going to be as salty. I'll be a little more patient. But just with that stipulation that I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this game that is not yet complete. I've given them plenty of funding from my own part, you know, to try and be supportive, and that's really all I can do right now. So overall, I'd give the game a 3 out of 10 right now. Maybe would play again, you know, in this patch, but not going to make a huge time investment. But I do like where I see things are going. I can understand the moves that they've made a little better, and I hope that we just get a better, more polished game as time goes on. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for future content. And make sure to hit that bell to receive notifications. Check out any one of the numerous videos that I very rarely upload, because I do not follow any sort of regular upload schedule. But I do try and make solid content for you guys. So go ahead and check those out and drop me a like on those as well. Feel free to leave any questions in the comments. Right now, I hardly get any comments at all, so I definitely do read every single one of them that does come through, and I will respond to you. But this is Odd Job Entertainment signing off.